Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today we're taking a look at a classic from Kershaw. And this is going to be the model 1475 ST, and that's for stainless. And this is actually a classic knife from Ken Onion. Now, his style and his design is, I mean, it literally speaks for itself. I mean, you know this is Ken Onion when you see it. It's got these curves. It's got these very, very ergonomic handles. And I mean, this thing is fantastic. Now, this is a discontinued knife. Let me pull out a distant cousin to this knife. Excuse me. And let me pull out a few others just for size comparison's sake. There we go. And here's the Kershaw Blur. And you can see right away that this shares some design cues from the Grip Tech grip and the way it's constructed with the integrated stop bar and the way that it has the pillar construction here where you can clean it out really easily. I mean, it's very similar, but this has some very interesting aspects to it. Now, the first interesting aspect is it's not speed safe. Okay, so you don't have a assisted spring in here. It is primarily unassisted, and the action on this is great. I'm still breaking it in a little bit because I just cleaned it. It was really in rough shape, but we're running on phosphor bronze washers on this. And here, let me show you another design similarity. The thumb studs are also the same. Now, this one's a little bit smaller, but you can see here, they have the same type of texture and deployment type of action, which is kind of throwing your thumb up than rather out. And I have to say, it's a very good action on this. Now, of course, it's a little sluggish just because I have new oil in here and it's just not really broken in. Now, that's not to say that the washers are broken in. They're polished perfectly because, well, this is a knife from August 05. So this is from 2005, almost a 20-year-old knife, believe it or not. And it even has a flipper tab. Now, the flipper tab, I'm going to tell you, it's not the best. Like, really, there's not a lot of real estate. There's not even jimping there. But you can see that this look fits the scallion, fits the chive, fits the, there's a few other knives that this reminds me of, and from Ken. And I have to say, it is just a fantastic design. Now, I didn't have the choice because this was pre-owned, but this serration pattern is just, I know it looks good, it's interesting, and it works well, but when it comes to sharpening this, it is just awful. I mean, the only thing I could possibly do to this was actually just polish it lightly, and even after that, it's still sharp, but I mean, it's not reliable. I have sharpened the blade, and you can see here whoever owned it did a pretty bad job of sharpening it also. Was not the most skilled individual, but that's what you get when you get a partially serrated knife. You slip sometimes, you run into the teeth when you have to sharpen it, and it just fails for that. The pocket clip, I ended up keeping it tipped down just because it keeps less of the knife out. Literally, if you did tip up, you've got like that much of the knife popping out of your pocket, and it's just, it's great for gripping and pulling it out of your pocket. And I know that's why it's like that, so you can have some real estate to pull it out of your pocket. But I don't want that much knife popping out of my pocket. It's just not that great. And honestly, it's more comfortable in the tip down position because you've got this nice flat back that your hand and your palm rest against, okay? And if this was here, you would have all that going into the back of your palm, and you have this natural little opening up here anyways that allows that to be a little more comfortable. It's not going to be running against your hand. So this is a very interesting knife indeed. Let's pull out a favorite, a 31 Sebenza, okay, for size comparison. And you can see here, it's about the same size of that. And then here we have a classic standard Trapper, okay, and it is a little bit bigger than your Trapper, okay. But to be honest, right now you have about the same, because of this curve, you have about the same usable blade, because this serration is not that great. Usable blade is about the same size as the Trapper. So I thought you guys would enjoy taking a look at this one. This is a classic. I recently picked it up. I'm probably gonna sell it, but yeah, I mean, what an interesting design. So I mean, if you are interested in this knife, by all means, email me or leave a comment. I'm thinking about selling it, and I'm open to offers on it, but I have cleaned it and completely oiled it, and I have to say, it's a fun one to carry. So I thought you guys would enjoy seeing it. Till the next one, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.